Have you ever heard the story about the trouble tree? A woman comes home from a long day of teaching and walks by a tree on her way in to greet her family. She stops and takes off an imaginary backpack and walks into her house. Her neighbor has been watching this ritual for years and finally gathered the courage to ask her what she is doing. She replies, "That is my trouble tree. Each day after school, I place my troubles on that tree before I go in to greet my family. They certainly do not need to bring my troubles in the house. Funny thing," she continues, "when I come out of the house, there's a lot less troubles hanging in that tree." Don't we all wish we could take that advice? Instead, we find ourselves falling into the drama-filled rat race of teaching, day in and day out. Each teaching day seems to start the same way, an alarm that is set way too early. Your hopes and dreams of a snow day fade because you remember your superintendent is from North Dakota. You resign yourself to another cup of coffee, but allow yourself the daydream of a new career choice. You check the clock and realize it's time to put on a good face. But first period's always the same. Why do we start school so darn early? If you're lucky, during your planning period, you can get some grading done, but sometimes that doesn't go well. Then you realize in the last 5 minutes of your planning, you forgot to make the copies. And again, it doesn't end well, but this time for the copier. On your way back, you end up breaking up a commotion in the hallway, and you're glad to help, but you always in the back of your mind think, additional paperwork. You look forward to lunch until you realize that the cafeteria makes you a horrible person. Then you come back for the last day, and you realize, teacher evaluation. Great. Then you think, unfortunately, maybe I should quit, and quit now. Get that resume going. Then you realize, boy, when I close the door and teach, I love my job. So you become that teacher. But no matter what kind of teacher you are, at the end of the day, you are completely and totally exhausted. The good news is that you get to do this day in and day out. Each day the frustrations accelerate. Each day the demands get bigger. Each day the evaluations get more rigorous. But the secret is that we all have a choice. We can choose to focus on the daily frustrations of our jobs, or we can stop and focus on what matters, which is the students, what they need, and what they want from their teachers.
Really, I want my teachers to know how much pressure is on us kids to be successful, taking AP classes, working jobs, and cutting into sleep just to make it all happen.
I want my teachers to know that I appreciate them for helping me with problems in and out of school.
That every student isn't the same, and we all learn differently, and we can't help.
How dedicated I am on getting my work done and getting good grades, but also out of school activities such as volleyball.
I want teachers to know that students connect to teachers more when they listen to what students have to say.
I want to learn from experience and not through a textbook.
I love games or like hands-on interactive activities because like putting words to actions kind of helps me learn better.
I really want to learn on a hands-on, one-on-one experience with the teacher because it really helps me learn.
I enjoy learning through class activities and games.
And doing on your own research and being able to ask questions from other students as well.
I want to learn through hands-on and real-life activities.
I want to learn more than just what they're teaching us in class.
I would like to learn through experiments.
My favorite teacher would be described as understanding, caring, respectful.
And she has this really special connection to her students, and I just really appreciate that.
8th grade, because we had many common interests and he knew how to make me laugh.
Had a really great way of relating to us students, and he would
Teacher makes me want to go to class, makes me want to learn stuff, and it's like fun, but then he can also be serious.
That he believed in me and my abilities and what I was capable of, and he helped me reach my goals.
My favorite teacher is Miss Hindana.
So I invite you back to the first analogy. Can we plant the trouble tree outside of our classroom? Place all of the mundane daily troubles of what it means to be a teacher on that tree, step through the door and be what our students need, which is we need to be trouble-free.